I will share with you about SIRIM best practices, which is towards our program, which we call a recognition scheme. So I'll explain on the recognition schemes, and I'll explain the programs for the recognition scheme, and finally I will share with you the available grant for the SME manufacturing to follow the programs. Activity to be there in organization. You need to create, according to number of people you have, a few groups. The reason being is on the people participation, that we need management to engage with people, and we want the people to engage with the organization through this small group activity. Then we have the total called the TQM part, on the management perspective, how they actually manage quality in the organization, from their forming the strategic planning, implementing it, control it, look at it, monitor it, and with the closed loop of feeding back to your next strategic planning. So those are TQM recognition scheme. Right. Secondly, we have this customer service management, CSM, which is SIRIM 6 2016. Again, through our experience in the standard-based management, when we deal with customer, the only thing that we have in the standard is customer satisfaction, right? So for customer satisfaction requirement in the standard, the organization need to gather information with regard to how best we have served our customer. And within that, we have to handle customer complaint and also customer feedback. That's it. You fulfill that, you fulfill the requirement on customer satisfaction. We feel that with the standard alone, unless the management of the organization is really serious with for the principle on customer focus, right? If you really work for it, work for the customer focus, then the management will pursue beyond on handling customer complaint. But to do that, you need some guideline as well. So we introduce this customer service management. So anything to deal with customers, we fill it up in what we call pillars in these standards. Yeah. So within these pillars, we have customer centric, we have customer service delivery, we have customer communication and feedback, customer service data analysis, and of course customer segmentation and engagement. And we also find out that issues with regard to customer service is now become more dynamic. It changes from time to time with the introduction of Industrial Revolution 4.0, yeah? 4.0. Again, the adoption of electronics and whatnot also apply in customer service management as well. So that is customer service. Within that, we have this, and we have also dalam standard too, we lay down the enablers so that organization will look at it to ensure the successful implementation of customer service management. Then you have to look at these enablers, which is the people itself. You need to develop your people, especially on dealing with customers. What are the skills, what are the soft skills they required for these people? The platform of your customer service management, technology management, the process of the customer service management from inquiries to delivery, and again handling feedbacks and how to promote our services and product, how can we actually retain our customer. Customer retention program, customer loyalty program, all this within customer service management standards. And last but not least, on the product itself, our people need to know what are we dealing with, what are the things that we have to offer to the customer, the method, the customer itself, the segment, our product segment itself, our product types, and to which customer that we need to focus. These are the things that we will cover in fulfilling the standards of customer service management. Next one, we have total productive maintenance. It's more technical. Maybe I can say that this is more suitable for those who are into manufacturing sectors, handling with machines to ensure that your equipment and machine will last long and produce the result that you want. We have in our recognition scheme what we call total productive maintenance. Within that, we have we call it core. Yeah? We call it core in the requirement. This core need to be adopted and implemented in the organization. Core one is the management itself, the involvement of management. Core two is on the autonomous maintenance, how autonomous maintenance is implemented in our organization. And on top of that, we have planned maintenance. We have education and training for people who are involved in taking care of our equipment and machine, and as well as the safety issues with regard to machines and equipment. So I'm not going to all these items, but for example, in the core one, we have top management commitment, dedicated TPM team, the preparation, facilities and equipment suitability, as well as 5S. We also encourage 5S to be implemented in the TPM program itself. The next scheme that we have is the Green 5S. We label the 5S as Green 5S. Why? Because taking advantage on the perceived simple and easy implementation of that 5S itself. I think when we deal with 5S, everybody is saying that 5S is easy. Semua orang kata 5S is easy. So taking that to take that as an advantage, we include in the 5S implementation on the green issues. Not only to look at green issues in our organization, factories, offices, but also so that people who train by Green 5S will also bring that sense of responsibility away from the organization when we are in the public. When you buy things with wrappers which are environmentally not friendly, then how you deal with it? How we actually act ourselves when you buy something from the shop that you don't require a plastic bag, then you refuse to use the plastic bag, right? So we also encourage to implement the 3R in Green 5S, which is the recycle, reuse, and refuse. Yeah? So encourage that. That's why we call it Green 5S. Yeah? In the Green 5S, we still adopt the 5 fundamental 5S, yeah, Siri, Situ, Siton, yeah, Shiketsu, Shisuke, still there. But within that 5S, we insert in whichever relevant green and energy saving issues during the implementation. And for this recognition scheme, we also encourage organizations to have their own monitoring on these issues. As for example, you have to implement the 3R. You have to show that you are actually striving towards your energy saving, yeah, and trying to get alternative to material that you're using now that we we think or the material that you use now are not friendly to the environment. So that is there in the requirement in Green 5S. Of course, we need the top management commitment as well, the 5S structure, the organization or the 5S in the organization, the participation of the employees, your standard practice in the Green 5S, initiative and resources, publicity and promotion, monitoring, evaluation, and also improvement. So these are the requirements in the standards that when we do the assessment, these are being implemented in the organization. Next one is on lean management, SIRIM 12, 2017. A methodology for establishing lean management principle in creating values for customers through maximizing operation and efficiency based on the standards. And within lean management, we are striving for continuous improvement and to enhance customer satisfaction, optimize operation, cost elimination. So these are in lean management. Similar to TQM, lean management have its own principle. The first one in principle is we need to define values. We identify the value stream, establishing product or service flow, react to the interested parties' demand, yeah, and strive for perfection. We put as a principle. As a requirement, of course, we need the leadership commitment, the optimization of cost and revenue in your lean practices, and then what is the concept and tools and technique, and also level of implementation. So in the standards, we lay down the level of implementation. I can show you here. It's quite wide. You can purchase the standards, and you can see the level of implementation. So when we do the assessment, we will look at which levels you are in implementing SIRIM lean management recognition scheme. And also in the standard, we provide the skills and knowledge that required for a key personnel, those who involved in lean management as well. Last but not least, we have this what we call in the recognition scheme, what we call innovation management. Yeah? SIRIM 8 2016, which is SIRIM 8 is guidance towards becoming an innovative organization. When you adopt this standard, it comes together with SIRIM 14, if I'm not mistaken, a guideline for management. Guideline for innovation management. It's a question mark there because we don't have the logo yet. We are in the process of designing appropriate logo for innovation management. So the standards title is Guidance Toward Becoming an Innovative Organization. The requirements is quite similar to ISO 9001, but not exactly the same. So we feel that when we want to start innovation, we need to understand our organization, right? What we are dealing with, who are our customer, what are our processes, what is our issues, what is our future wish. So we feel that we need to start with understanding the context of organization, which is now in the 2015 version of ISO 9001, right? So if you involve or undergo that processes in understanding the context of organization, that is where people that is where people start to think on the organization. Selama ni we just been working, income, clock in, clock out. without actually looking at the whole picture of organization. So if you involve in this exercise, context of organization, internal issues and external issues, so you understand your organization well. And on top of that, you also will understand what are the problems that we have in our organization to pursue in our business, to nurture. So having that processes, having that activities, then you can understand. So we feel the same thing with innovation. Once you understand that, then you can focus on the innovation on which aspect, whether your product, your services, your processes, which area innovation that you need to focus. Then we have the on the requirement, the enabling platform. There are a few item under the enabling platform, which is similar to enablers lah, kan? So we have to have this enabler to be implemented in your organization to ensure that innovation is continuously implemented or practiced in the organization. Innovation management is not focusing on your innovation projects. Innovation management standards is rather trying to have a framework, trying to provide organization with a framework so that innovation activities is continually being practiced. Kita tak nak innovation just for the project purpose, one project habis kan. Nowadays innovation kadang-kadang kalau orang yang implement innovation, kita ada, sometimes we have this competition, right? So especially the ICC, so we create for innovation project and then present dekat mana-mana convention, then it stop there. Then next year then ada convention start balik. Apa project this year? So that's not the way of that's not the proper way of having innovation or to become an innovative organization. The innovation management will provide you with the framework so that we don't work for innovation on a seasonal basis. It has to be continuous. Yeah, to be continuous. We require also an organization to identify what are the success factors. We have in a standard mentioning the success factors that need to be there to ensure the innovation activities is continuously being done or being practiced or become a culture in our organization. Yeah. Then we need to develop the framework. We have the framework as a generic framework in the standards, but if your organization have your own way of doing it, you have your own framework in dealing with innovation, then we can adopt that as well. There's no problem with that. To ensure that our innovation is benefit to the organization, the objective of innovation is achieved, then we need to measure the innovation as well. And also we have to look at the improvement activities. It have to be a closed loop activities. Once you settle with one innovation project, what is the next one, and it goes it continually being practiced, so that the organization stay sustain in your business. For the recognition scheme, there are two ways of getting that recognition. To be certified with the recognition scheme, there are two ways of doing it. One, assuming that you don't have or you are beginners, you don't have anything, you have not started TPM, you don't know what is innovation is all about, organization have no idea what is lean management is all about. So what we do is, from the standards, you can register with our training and consultation program. So we provide you with training and consultation on all those schemes that you feel required. Once that has been done, we will do the assessment, and from the assessment, if we find out that you have implemented and it's proven that your organization has implemented these best practices, then we certify you. Fulfill the standards, fulfill the requirement, then you certify, you recognize. And similar to standard business management, once certified, organization are again subject to yearly assessment. The certificate itself for TPM, TQM, CSM, the certificate lasts for 3 years, but we do the assessment. We do the assessment every year. So the assessment will provide you with the report on what are your weaknesses, what are the improvement that you need to do. So this is where the expertise from the relevant scheme comes in. So we tell you, because like for example, customer service management, things they need to do maybe it's not in the standard because standards are quite generic, but the current issues on that scheme itself maybe it's not there. So this is where the feedback will come to the organization through the report that we will provide you. The second approach is if you feel that your organization has already implemented, you implement 5S, you tengok from the green standard, nak adopt the 3R and whatever yang on the green issues tu kan. So you feel you have implemented, it is there in the organization. So what you need to do is you can just register to us and ask us to come and do the assessment. We can straight away do the assessment and provide you with the report. And if you achieve the minimum score that we require, then we certify you with the recognition scheme. So there are 2 ways of having that. Having the certification on the recognition scheme. We have currently grant for accept TQM. So the rest kita ada grant to offer. It's offered to the one, you have to be SME. Kalau yang dah besar tu, medium still okay. Kalau you large organization, then sorry to say tak boleh dapat grant lah, but you can still follow the scheme without the grant. So if you are manufacturing SMEs, you are Malaysian manufacturer, and manufacturing tractor, have been in operation in 2 years, you can apply for the grant we are offering. On top of that, of course the SME punya definition lah, yeah. And another one is you are not belong to any GLC, you are not belong to any public listed company. This one, excluding punya requirement ni. So if you are eligible, I mean if you are qualified, then kita tak banyak tempat ni sebenarnya. I have 10 SMEs to offer for Green 5S, 5 SME to offer for innovation management, and 3 each for TPM and Lean, and 5 for customer service management. Buat masa sekarang ni masih ada kekosongan kalau interested.